And welcome back, guys, to the channel. What's up? And of course, I still have here with me my two very good guys. Manchester United. Hey, now first, I will start with you. Can Manchester United be great again?
Good.
You know what, Maxi? Because now you guys are bringing in Ruben, Amorim, and there's nothing Manchester United is doing now that I would say they've not really done in the past ever since Fergie left. But the only thing I can say they've done different is there's a football structure.
Yeah.
There's a football structure,
Yeah.
sporting director and the rest. But is this the guy to take Manchester United to that level? Like, we're not even saying he needs to do what Fergie is doing. Just let's say if he can do what Klopp did, basically, like what Klopp did.
Okay, so I think the question first, can Manchester United be great again? The direct answer is yes.
Okay.
If you look at all the projects that the different clubs have gone through, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Arsenal, Barcelona, these guys have had challenging times, and at times, in the case of Chelsea, have even hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
But look at the amazing work that is currently being done. So because of that singular fact,
Yeah.
I would never rule a club like Manchester United out. However, while Amorim is a great manager, he's done something really amazing with Sporting Lisbon, I think we still need to look inward and just be a bit patient, because I see like a lot of Manchester United fans are very excited that he beats Pep in the Champions League. While we want that to happen instantly at United, I think the challenges are very deep. And now we have taken a very good, we have started the journey on the right notes in a good direction. First, around creating a proper structure within the club. Because prior to now, what we have been seeing has been rules for the boys, or he's a class of 92, he's the next legend, and then you just give him the role. But now there's actually a structure where we are putting people who have proven themselves over the years, and that has even shown in the way Amorim was appointed as coach. And I love the fact that one of the things I read was that when he was approached, and first it was how Mr. Ten Hag was sacked, and that same day, all hands was on deck to basically get in the new coach. The men were already on flights to Portugal to basically get Mr. Amorim. And when the final offer was made, I love the fact that he wanted to wait till the end of the season, and he was told categorically that it is now or never. And that just shows you the intent with which we are working. Now, we move to the next phase, which I think is very important, where we actually need to talk about some of our players and their attitude to football. If we are going to get to the next level, we need to do something similar to what the likes of Chelsea have done, where the coach comes and says, "Oh yes, you know what? You are a wonderful, amazing player, but
Good professional.
hey, you're
not in my plan."
You're not in my plan.
Thank you. No hard feelings.
Because we cannot be saying, "Oh, he's such a nice guy. He does this, he does that." Bro, the reason why we pay you salary at the end of the week is for the football. If you are not meeting your KPIs on the field of play, we should tell you thanks for coming and cut our ties. So that's my take. Can we work on that? It's left to be seen. It's left to see how. I love to see how Amorim starts off. I love to see how he structures his team, and I love to see how he manages his team going forward. That will basically determine what our trajectory will be.
There's just a small comma for this Amorim. Which you do want to say anything?
I mean,
This Man U fan, this one. Guys, you see this? Guys, you see this one? This one is okay, but you see this one? Hey,
yeah,
God.
I'm an
This one can
unapologetic,
see truth for my. You say it's a lie.
unapologetic Man United fan. No problem. But can my club be great again? Yes. There are signs that show that yes, we could be great again, and that's why we are we are not forgiving in terms of the fans, not forgiving when managers or players come and then are not performing.
They're not performing.
They're not meeting standards.
Yeah.
Like I said, watching Man United all the way from winning 999 and they were coming. So I said my childhood was great.
And your adulthood.
I cannot enter an argument, right?
Yeah.
And then not win.
No win. But now,
You
can't even enter the
I can't
argument.
even talk to this noisy neighbor. I can't talk to this noisy neighbor because
You can't even enter the argument. Too.
he would just say, when last did we win a league? And
When last did he win it?
exactly 2013. It's far,
Oh, man.
It's almost 10 years.
bro.
Jesus Christ.
It's more than 10 years. It's 11 years.
years.
So my point there is, yes, Man United can be great again. And my confidence is, I shouldn't be doing this, but my confidence is Arsenal, right? If Arsenal can actually go 20 years without winning.
No, that's low, bro. That's low.
I'm saying-
that's below the belt.
If
Let anybody wants to come for me, any Man United fan want to come for me, that's fine. But I'm saying we need to realize that we need to start, that we've lost our way and we need to start from scratch.
Yeah,
and that is why this football structure is something, is a welcome development. It's something that should lead us to our next step. Previously, before they would have sacked Eric,
Yeah.
we would have been hearing, oh, they want to compensate him. From compensation, you will now hear that there will be an interim manager. In fact, it will be Rude. Rude will probably handle us till January or maybe till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Then from there, he will now do a fantastic job. They'll say, give him the job. That's been Man U's circle. Finance has not been our problem because we've hired the best of coaches. We've bought the best of players. It has always been at field of play.
Field of play.
At this point, I'm not over the moon with Amorim signing. Yes, Amorim is a good coach in terms of potential coach. He has shown signs of that he's going to do something great. But I'm not going to move like I'm head over heels.
Yeah.
I'm still going to watch our team with a little bit of, let's see now. We've seen all this because it's the same players. The same players.
Of course, you need
Let's
time
see
now.
if
Every manager will need
exactly.
time.
My own is.
I think they gave him 2 years contract.
Yes.
Yes, they said 2 years
Yes.
with an option of 3. The reason why they gave him 2 years, I'm sure Man United has learned their lessons.
Their lessons.
Yeah,
The
because
more you give big years, it means you must pay them off.
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag obviously is happy to go. They're
$15
going to pay him
million
15
in the
million.
bank. In the bag.
15 million. So he has gone to Holland, and it was when he got to Holland he had to tell us thank you. He said farewell to the fans because he knew that 15 million is coming to his account.
Man, the guy
so
is
I mean,
balling.
But for me,
thank you for what you've done, Eric. You've done well. You
What
won
I'm
us 2
about to say
trophies.
might
but-
come back to haunt me, or what I'm about to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, there's no problem. Arnold Slot now, for example, now. First, Arnold Slot now. I think the last time a manager came into the league and his first season to win the title was it Conte. Conte did it. Mourinho did it.
Conte did it.
Mourinho did it. Now Arnold Slot might do it, but my only problem with Amorim is I always like to look at when Klopp and the Mourinho were coming up. Mourinho did it in the Champions League. It's not just one time. That's why I was not really moved by this Xabi Alonso hype. I'm like, let me see what he can do. When Klopp started with those Dortmund boys, oh my God, if those boys catch you, that time of God's sake, Royce, if they catch you in Champions League, I think they got to one final, maybe semi-final.
Yeah,
but
Bayern, they lost to
tell
Bayern.
that it wasn't a one-season wonder, and Liverpool decided to bring him. Now, Ruben Amorim he has won the league in Portuguese league, of which Unai Emery can go to Portuguese league and win the Portuguese league. But in the Champions League, he has not really dominated. Like, you see the way Klopp made his name. Like, also, that's why Xabi Alonso, too, to me, there's a comment there because that thing you did last season, if you can do, there's a blueprint now, you understand? Even Pep, too, your Pep first season, he went in, he did it again then.
Yeah.
So that's the only side now I have. Like Ruben Amorim, he has done it in the Portuguese league, but in that Europe, in Champions League, he has really not done it per se.
Yeah, but to add to what you're saying, I don't think there's so much. We shouldn't look too deep into. I understand the size of the job of Manchester United.
Okay, wait.
The job is big.
Wait. Someone like Inter Milan's manager now.
Yeah.
Me, if today
Filippo
now Pep
Inzaghi.
is leaving, that's the person I would like because I can already see
What
he
he's
has done in it in not one season. He has done it also in Europe. He's doing it. Sorry, Inter Milan fans. So he's doing it. So there's that blueprint. So if this guy has very good financial backing with a football structure, therefore means he can do more. You understand, per se. So that's the only thing I have with that Ruben Amorim. This is just he has done it in the Portuguese league, of which we have managers in the Premier League that could go to the Portuguese league and do dominate.
I understand what you're saying.
But in Europe, there's nothing. He has really not done it.
Well, you can say that he got to the semi-finals of quarter of semi-finals of the Europa League.
Europa League.
I'm not saying that he's showing signs.
Yes.
Well, I mean signs. He got to the semi-final of the Europa League. I mean quarterfinals. He met Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arsenal, I think he beat Arsenal, right? On penalties. Yeah. He knocked Arsenal out. He then lost the semi-finals to Atlanta.
To Atlanta.
It's not like he's a bad manager.
No.
I'm not
saying he's a bad manager, but my only point is just
Understand
if you look at when Mourinho and the club were coming up, these guys, they didn't. It wasn't like a one-season wonder.
I understand.
There was like a blueprint.
The way I like to look at it is, most of these things you are saying now, he hasn't done it. You're talking about experience.
Yes.
But if you look at the way football is going right now,
Yeah.
we are getting an influx of new coaches into the ecosystem.
Yes.
And of course, it's as you turn up every day, every year that you now build your catalog or what people can refer to as your work. The people you're talking about now, they've had time to build that experience that you're talking about. Look, Amorim now, for example, played with
Three at the back.
no, I'm talking about
The players he played with.
He played with a player in Manchester United. I think.
Ugarte?
No.
Like
He coached Ugarte. I think he played with.
When he was a footballer.
He played against Johnny Evans, right?
Okay, yeah. He played
And
against
now
Johnny Evans.
he's going to be Johnny Evans' manager at United,
Yeah.
right? So that just tells you how young.
He's a
he
very
is.
young guy. Yeah.
And you
yeah.
have a lot of coaches. Look at the man that dealt with you today now, for example. That's a coach in his 30s, right?
Yeah, that one.
So you see that all of this, in another 5-6 years, you
Yes.
can comfortably say, oh, this is what this guy is made about. You can't, I feel it's unfair for example, for you to judge
Ruben Amorim.
Xavi Alonso. He literally, Xavi just started his career.
I'm not saying, what I'm just trying to say is,
So what
Xabi
you're
Alonso,
trying to say?
See the way he dominated.
Yeah.
You're saying that he's a one-season wonder.
No, what he's saying is he's not big enough for the City job because he's not proven himself over time.
In Champions
you need to
League
prove yourself over
games.
time before you can qualify for City job.
Like if you do some, like if you win, there should be a blueprint. Let me that's I use Klopp for example. Klopp and Mourinho before they even decided to move to England. It wasn't like a one-season wonder
that
thing.
was then, bro.
There was a blueprint per se. Ruben Amorim has dominated in Portugal now. He has dominated. So
Okay, now.
if you've conquered that side, your next step should be Europe.
But
Nobody's even saying he needs to win
I
the
want to
Champions
ask-
League.
no, I
But
want to
let's
ask
say
you.
he was getting to
in the
semi-finals. Semi-finals.
in the last 3 seasons, how has he actually performed in the Champions
In the
League?
Champions League. Yeah.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking about.
So
He cannot be doing
it's
badly.
not.
I think most of the time when we were doing
Round of 16 quarterfinals.
I think when they did
No, I'm just asking. Is that where he has? I think it should be round of 16 quarterfinals.
yeah, we need to reconfirm
Because-
because when they were doing the group stages one,
Yeah.
most of the times they always go to the Europa League and then they reach quarters or semi-finals of the Europa League.
So when they were doing the group stage one, he used to go to Europa League.
We need to reconfirm that. I think we need to reconfirm that. We need to reconfirm that one.
But at the end of the day, my point exactly is that you need to give this new set of managers, because guess what? This guy might just come into United and he's the guy that we have been looking for.
And as I said, this might come back to bite me because and on slots you can see he has dominated. Where do you come from? From
He came from
The same league that
Dutch league, right? Dutch league.
The same
And-
league that he couldn't dominate Eric Ten Hag.
Yes, that's why I said it might come back to haunt me because on a slot right now he didn't dominate. I think he didn't really dominate in Europe.
He only won one Dutch league.
But now in the Premier League currently, 5 points clear. He's going as 17 games, 15 wins, or so he's doing everything.
All I'm just telling you is football changes.
It changes, man.
So you can't just say because he hasn't performed in Europe.
And in the words of my good friend, Mr. Ten Hag, you need a bit of luck.
you need a bit of luck.
Of course. Even Pep says you need luck. Do I want him to do well? And in the words of my very favorite player, Bernardo Silva, I don't wish him well.
Yeah, he welcomes him,
But I don't wish him well.
Yeah.
No, I welcome him, but I don't wish him well. But there's a football structure. And that's good. And the way Inos have been moving, man, honestly,
That's what we want. That's
the way
what we-
Inos have been moving.
That's part of what has been lacking. Right?
The things they are doing, the way they went about,
No,
they
first of-
even gave Eric Ten Hag time.
No, but you saw it.
did.
They
No,
gave him time.
The question was, come in,
Yeah.
let's see what you have to do. Reason why they gave that, the people that have come in, our footballing structure people,
Yes.
just came in, so they really don't know what to expect. All right, Eric, you say you can go. We've given you, do the job.
Yeah.
We did not see it. We still saw a little bit of Man United struggling. So many strategies that I'm not a coach, I could say, no, why are you using this? Do like this. Why are you playing the 4-2-4 press? It's not working. Why don't you just stick to 4-5-1 and then let's see how it goes? The main thing is try and reduce your intake of goals. Because when you do that, you have a chance of even scoring.
Yeah.
So
But
the,
what he
so
was
the
doing was
challenge
more-
is, I even think towards the end, that's why it became very laughable because towards the end, Man U wasn't necessarily even conceding anymore.
Yeah.
We went from that to not being able to even score. Do you know what it means to go? We went almost 4 games without even scoring a goal.
Well,
This is Manchester United, bro.
But so
I
Ruben,
always say you create chances. When you create chances, those are likely possible of you to score. But when you create those chances and don't score, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Are the players intentionally not wanting to score so that they'll sack you? Because that's what we were saying. Because these same players, they sack you today. The next few days, they went and opened all their scoring boots. And then they were scoring goals.
scoring finesse.
They've
And
been scoring goals.
But at the same time, some things were very clear.
that's why
For
there's a lot of
example-
work for Ruben Amorim
Yeah,
to
for
do.
example,
Those player
there
cabals
was
need to be
no
removed.
reason why in your pecking order you had someone like Anthony coming ahead of Ahmad. It never made sense, bro.
Even when his form was dipping, he still kept on playing him.
You know, in the month of August, Ahmad won the best player.
Exactly.
And the very next month, you
played
started
Anthony.
benching him.
He said, in his words, Anthony was doing well in training. That he needed to reward him.
All right, make it.
He needed to reward Anthony.
So for Ruben Amorim now, there are some he needs to be ruthless. Like
I just feel
Maresca.
I just feel
Maresca
there-
came in and was very ruthless.
there's
so-
going to be a lot of tough decisions that needs to be made.
so many players need
Bro,
to go. Some players
you need
to
to
go.
bring your best, your A game
From
to the
day
field
one.
of play. If I'm not seeing it, I'm sorry. I would have to work with what I can see. And it's a combination of both play and attitude. You have to have the right attitude. You have to be willing to play for the badge. And when you watch the Sporting team that this guy, those
run-
guys
they run for him.
90 minutes non-stop. It doesn't matter if
When
you're
you're
a
tired,
striker
they'll change you.
or you are a defense. Everybody's moving. And you see my players, someone loses the ball in the middle of the park
raise his hand
and
up.
he's complaining. And
raise
the
his
play is still going on.
Kick the ball on training or cause a foul first before you start complaining. You complain and then they are going to score.
So, but a lot of things need to change. And that's why I say I pity for him because first, the expectation is crazy, especially
Yes.
after beating City
Yeah.
4-1.
There's no problem. Oh. See,
Then
I like what Pep keep doing. What I know what you're doing, Pep. I understand. We'll play that movie at the forefront.
I hope at the end of the day, Pep does not end up running away from the league. 'Cause
That's what they said now.
I see that coming
They
already.
say
but-
Ateta wants to chase Pep away. Pep won the league.
all right.
Well, he has more people.
We're
now.
here.
He has more people.
And
We'll
I'm
be
sure, our viewers are also going to be here with us till the end of the season and
Exactly.
possibly next season when we actually
there. Meet again. We'll
Okay.
remind you.
But I just want to say for this season, as United fans, what is you guys' expectation for Amorim? Is it at least it's to be crazy to say win the league?
I think
it
top
will be very-
to be if I'm being realistic,
Yeah,
top 7.
top 7. Okay,
Yeah, that's
That's
It's
not
a
bad.
realistic-
I'll say
it's
yeah.
a realistic
yeah.
place because right now
The league
the
is-
way the league is right now, you
Yeah.
can't even we don't even have top 4 anymore. So now we talk about top 6.
Yes.
And even that top 6, we have some other guys now coming, the likes of Brighton, the likes of
Aston Villa, Tottenham.
Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest.
Already they're showing their might, yeah?
But even though I feel like Nottingham Forest, they are placeholders, I believe that they will find their level at the end of the day. But from where we sit right now, it's still interesting to note that these guys are making the league very tough and interesting. So on that note, especially seeing that we're in the second half of the table, if we are going to be realistic, if we're in the top 7 or we're able to make Europe, that would be an amazing finish
Uche,
for
what
us.
about you? Do you agree?
For me,
Yeah. What's the expectation for him? Just to round this up.
this just makes me remember when Asaringa said the famous words that there will be a time where there will be no top 3.
Okay.
There will be a top 8.
Top 8.
So if we even get to 5th,
Okay.
that is to me that's Champions League glory.
Okay.
Because with the new Champions League format, if an English team wins the UEFA Champions League, you have an additional slot.
Okay.
So it means instead of 4 teams, you have 5.
5 teams.
And then that the 5th team will then play qualifiers to get into. So
Right.
that would be, like you said, top 7 marks. That would be a pass for him. But if we don't get there, that's still fine because
It's just possible.
from what we've seen,
Yeah.
if these players don't improve, I don't think Amorim will be able to even do any magic until the summer.
Okay.
Because I don't see him doing any shopping in January.
Yeah, very true.
Man United doesn't have such money.
For me to round up, I'll just as a neutral here. If there's like a
Neutral be a hater.
Just as a hater here.
Okay. As a hater here, if there's a style of play, and he's dominating teams at Old Trafford and he makes top 7, I think at this point of the season, it will be a very, very good.
I don't want to say dominating teams at the Old Trafford.
Why can't you need to dominate your home? You need to.
You remember what Eric did in his first season?
Yeah.
He lost his first games now.
He lost his first games, but after then, he started dominating teams at Old Trafford.
But at least.
And then that was like he sold us something else. And then it's second season.
That's what I said.
But whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
it will be nice.
I want to see energy, Sha.
if Old Trafford
Energy from
can
the
go
players.
back to being a fortress where
Yeah.
people are coming
what I'm
to
trying
and
to-
They're
Yeah.
scared to play there.
Like even like Aston Villa now, you are going to Villa Park now. You know, man. Today we have to run, whether you are City or any team. But if I'm going to Old Trafford now, I don't need to run too much, and I'll get the results. And yeah, that's it for me, guys. And please do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.